Hey everyone, and happy Saturday. I want to share with you all three different Team Rocket sets. One from Wizards of the Coast, one from when I think Nintendo took over, when it was the EX era, and then now ultra modern Pokemon cards, and they're all Team Rocket sets. They all have a lot of Pokemon that they share in common with the actual cards that are released in it. So I want to see what you all think. Is the Witches of the Coast Ultra Vintage undervalued? Is it not? Is the EX era way overvalued? And is the modern just absolutely crazy? And we'll see that the absolutely crazy prices are actually from the EX era, surprisingly. But again, those holos are pretty nice. So let's take a look. Dark Charizard here is $170. This is a pretty fire Charizard. That is less than base set Charizard, but this Charizard seems better than that one. So honestly, I feel that this card is undervalued, especially for its age, its history, and it's a Charizard card. There are some modern Charizard cards that are probably more than that. I know a lot of them are around the same price, a little bit more. So honestly, Charizard really doesn't have that love. I'm sure the Hidden Fate Charizard is like, what, 500 now? Why is that one so much more than this one? And why are the Obsidian Flame Charizards half its value when, it just doesn't make sense, some of the pricing that Pokemon does in the market. So then we have Dark Dragonite. This is $88. This is 2 times cheaper, more than 2 times cheaper, than the one from Battle Styles. That full art one is pretty cool, but why is that one valued at like $200 when this one's $88? This is like the OG classic Dark Dragonite. Yes, there's the Dragonite. I think it was from Jungle, or maybe Fossil. Don't kill me that I don't know. That is only $50. Dark Blastoise. It seems like Blastoise always has like the same consistency. It's always like $80. This is the same price from the new one from 151. Now this Dark Raichu card, this is the secret rare. But why is it only $66? When there's so many modern cards that are just like regular Vs that are more than this, and when the shining cards from Neo are triple this. This Dark Raichu is basically the cheapest of all of the shining cards, which is Noctowl and Kabutops. Now, if we continue to scroll through and just look at some of these prices, Dark Alakazam's $36, when Alakazam from base set's like $15. Dark Machamp is $34, which is, more than base set Holo Machamp. And some of these other holos are pretty cool. Let's just take a look at them. Some of the pricing. If you look at Magneton, it's only $18, and Dugtrio is $18. So this set value is only less than $1,000. So this is very doable to complete this entire set, rather than the modern sets, which are just so outlandish, and this is so much older. Then we get to Team Rocket Returns, which I need to correct some of these prices because they're definitely wrong. A raw Torchic is not $2,500, so we will click on it and show you that you can get this card for about $16. Now, I sold this recently-ish for $1,200, but then it just goes to show you that the price skyrockets $400 in less than a few weeks. And so you're talking about this one card is more than the entire value of the Team Rocket set from Wizards of the Coast. Now we're looking at Mewtwo. I want to correct the price again. This card is about $627. That's like the entire set value of Jungle and Fossil. So the Snorlax is about accurate. I sold that for about that the other day. This Snorlax card is $600, but why is the Snorlax from Jungle and Fossil, I forget what it said it is, don't kill me, is $50. Entei, this I think is a little bit wrong. This Entei card is $189. Yet, the original birds from the original sets are like $20, $30. So, yeah, these are secret rares, but look, Articuno. This Articuno is $120. The Articuno from Fossil is literally $30. This is 4 times that price. Sorry, let's go back to that set. I clicked out of it, so now you get to see me scrolling through, but no big deal. I do these live. I never edit, so there's going to be some snafus. So we were looking at Rocket Returns. So if you look at some of these other ones, I believe this price is wrong. This is over $1,000. So look, eBay, for some reason, let's just call it $417. This is normally more than Torchic, so you all can look this up on eBay to see what it actually goes for. I would pick this up for $417 all day. Great card, great gold star. So now we look at the Moltres, $329. That should be right because the Moltres now is like $150. So we'd be pretty pissed off if the Moltres now is cheaper than the secret rare Moltres back then. And now we see some of the holos. Let's just check the value of Dragonite here. $90. Still, this Dragonite is double the price of Dragonite from the original Wizards of the Coast sets. And then if we go to Destin Rivals, which personally I think, by far, this is the best set in this era, hands down. All the secret rares are phenomenal, and the artwork is very interesting, much different than all the other artworks from every other set in this era. And I love the color palette they used, and the tone, and the styling, and they kind of went for a consistency here with all the secret rares. So these accurately reflect the prices. I'm not sure why the other ones kind of have outlandish prices reflected. But Mewtwo is $344. Mewtwo from base sets like $15, but again, much better artwork. This Garchomp is $209. There's not a Garchomp from the earlier sets. Team Rocket Moltres is $166. When the Moltreses from the Gym Challengers and the Gym Heroes are much cheaper than that. Then we have Ho-Oh, which is $153. We have Nidoking, which I don't know if you can see it with my screen, but this one is $111. When the Nido Queen is literally like $20 from the original sets. We're talking about a Misty Psyduck. We're talking about $52. There's not even a Psyduck holo in the original sets. And look how many cards are more than basically the most expensive card in the earlier days. We're talking, let's just see, Charizard, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards are more expensive just off the bat. This set value is $1,900. That set value is about double the price of Team Rocket from the Wizards of the Coast era. So rather than trying to complete one of these, you can complete 2 Wizards of the Coast era. And so personally, I feel like these cards are a lot better. But it's interesting to see that Vintage all around from, let's just say, Black and White forward has outshined Wizards of the Coast by far. And why is that? Let me know what you think in the chat, because I'm very interested to know why Vintage isn't going up as opposed to middle day Vintage skyrocketing. And look at Gengar especially. Well, I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. There's a card show that I'm going to be heading over to in Broward, so if you're there, I'll see you there. And thank everyone for watching. Please, please, please enjoy your weekend.